I started the Azul is my favorite Leech Twin thing as a joke, but honestly, at this point, I don't even know if I know who my actual favorite Leech Twin is. But luckily for me, one of our Discord members shared this lovely Twisted Wonderland character sorter, in which you pick between characters and eventually get a ranking of who you like best out of all of the boys from the school, and some other bits and bobs if you choose to include them. There are event characters, RSA characters. You can change to JP server if you want, but you will get spoiled. So I'm going to stick to EN, and I am taking out the dwarves because I really do not care about them at all. But this lovely sorter was made by this individual, not you, RKGK, community thing. So you can go and do this as well to figure out who your favorites are too. And of course, we have our lovely credits down here that I would be remiss not to show. So kudos where they are due, and credit where it is due as well. So today, my plan is to figure out, do I like Jade or Floyd more? And to do that, I'm going to have to put strict mode on, which will disable the tie option. So if Jade and Floyd pop up together, I'm gonna have to pick one, and we're gonna see how that goes. Along the way, we'll also be chatting about EN server story content, so consider this your spoiler warning. Here we are. All right, our first is Rook or Cheka. Oh, and you can do keyboard controls as well. You can swipe left and right. Oh, that's so exciting. And ties and things. Oh, you can undo. I think I'm gonna stick to clicking though. I'm sorry, Cheka, you're adorable, but I prefer Brooke. Eric or Lily? Why? No. Okay, the first one was easy, and now we have this. Do we have Dad 1 or Dad 2? I really like Eric, but I also have a feeling that Eric is not showing his true potential to us in Tapis Rouge, because the setting that we're in is way more casual, so we really don't know a lot about him. Lilia, on the other hand, we know quite a bit about at this point in time after book 7. And I don't know. I don't know. They both are really cool. They both have their little flaws. But I think between the two of them, I'm gonna have to go with Lilia though. I just know more about him, so I can feel more comfortable. Because there are aspects of Eric that I'm sure I wouldn't like if I got to see them. I can almost guarantee that. But with Lilia, I know, I kind of know what I'm getting into. So Deuce or Edia? Deuce. Not gonna elaborate. Floyd or Sebek? Floyd, obviously. Malleus or Nesh? Oh, Nesh, you got dealt dirty in this one, Malleus. Oh, Sam or Train. Oh, interesting. Okay, so even though it's EN, they did use the JP Sam sprite. I'm gonna have to go with Train. I like Sam. Sam's a nice guy, but Train's just adorable. And Train has a cat. So I have to go with Train. Jack or Vargas? Definitely Jack. Vargas just makes me uncomfortable. I don't really know why. I think it's truly because he's based off Gaston, but Jack I like a lot better. Ace or Cater? Oh no. Well, I do dunk on Ace way more than I dunk on Cater. This is a very true statement. I do have a track record here. I have started to like Ace a lot more since book 7. I do think that it's been really, really nice that we've gotten his character growth. That's been very exciting. But I don't like him enough to put him above Cater. But I do want to clarify that I don't hate him as much as I used to. Oh, Kaleem or Jade. I'm so sorry, Kaleem. You are sunshine, but it has to be Jade. Trey, what are you doing, buddy? Did you think you had a chance next to this icon? Did you really want to throw in the towel this hard? I know you want to be normal, but gosh darn it, Trey. Obviously, Georgina. Good Lord. Mr. Shrouder, fellow honest. Oh, no. So I really like Ernesto a lot, but I like him based off appearances. I don't think that his character is compelling at all. I kind of hate him for what he's done and what he continues to do through his most grievous of faults. But I don't know anything about Mr. Shroud besides that he's kind of a supportive dad. Like, we get to see him a little bit in book 7, but I don't really know anything about. I do know more about Ernesto, and I do quite enjoy the fox fellow. He is very pretty, so that he's, yeah. Vil or Rolo? Obviously Vil. Scully or Silver? Oh no. I like Silver, but I also think that Silver's really boring. There are aspects of Silver that I do appreciate, and he's a breath of fresh air at NRC, but Scully, Mr. Mr. Deconstruction and Mr. Halloween, he's just so delightful. He's so delightful. I loved him from like the first couple of seconds he was on screen, and I just have such warm and fuzzy feelings when it revolves around Scully. So we're going with Scully. Leona or Grimm, the two cats. Well, two of the cats. Leona's frustrating to me because book 2 just does everybody dirty. Book 2 does not properly explore anybody's motivations. The only person that we kind of get any info for is Jack, but he becomes way more fleshed out in book 3 than he does in book 2. But I was way more frustrated with him for way longer than Grimm. Grimm is a putz, Grimm is silly, Grimm is kind of a little stupid, but Grimm is also kind of delightful. And I can't fault him as much as Leona because Grimm essentially is a toddler, and toddlers are going to do toddler things, and toddlers are going to be a little selfish from time to time because they're toddlers. They don't really know what's going on in the world. Grimm has really no idea what's going on in the world. He doesn't know what Halloween is. He doesn't know what a lot of things are. He really was kind of born just yesterday. So I think I have to go with Grimm over Leona here. Oh, Kifaji, 110%. My childhood crush realized? I'm sorry, Baller. I can't. It's gotta be Kifaji. Oh, this is also unfortunate. Queen Leah, we see on screen for 2 seconds in book 7. Like, she just exists. There's really no characterization of her that we get. Dila, icon, legend, love her. We have so much more characterization for Dila. I gotta go with her. Oh no, Marja. Oh, I'm so sorry. You got dealt a dirty hand. Goodell, Mr. Gino, just too adorable. See, where Ernesto has done all the wrongs, Gino has done no wrong. Gino's just a little guy. He's just a little silly. He's cute. He's innocent, Your Honor. I gotta go with him. Rook or Chenya. It's gonna be Rook. I like Chenya. Chenya's fine. Chenya's in another space with like Nej where they exist, but I forget them quite often. I gotta go with Rook. Oh, okay. So we yet again have 2 kitty cats. Cheka as well. This is the same situation as Grimm and Leona, where Grimm is just a little toddler and I want to protect him. I also really want to protect Cheka. He is too adorable. He's too cute. He is fantastic. I love him so much. Lilia or Mrs. Shroud? No, not another 2 iconic parents paired together. Oh man, I like Mrs. Shroud a lot. She's very wholesome and fun, and she's a little quirky, and I love that for her. Lilia, though, is also kind of quirky, and I love that for him. I think I have to go with Lilia again on principle, but I do like Mrs. Shroud. I like her more than Eric. Azul or Deuce, sorry Deuce. Floyd or Apple, sorry Apple. Sebek or Apple? This is an interesting question. Because Sebek has become so much more relevant to me because specifically we have him as our hydration sponsor on streams. If you've never come to one of my streams before, when I stream Twist, if Sebek mentions Malleus, my liege, or otherwise references Malleus in some way, we take a sippy of a hydrating beverage. And it needs to be hydrating because, as you can imagine, we get a lot of those quite quickly. Because of that little game, and because he starts to actually have character growth in book 7 and starts to kind of branch out a little bit from his closed-minded thinking, he's become a lot more of an important character to me. On the flip side, Apple was basically me in high school, so I do feel a certain kind of kinship with Apple because of that, and his journey in a lot of ways kind of mimics parts of my own. And so I do really enjoy his character, and he is quite lovely. But I think that my enjoyment of Sebek outweighs that shared experience. So we're going with Sebek. Malleus or Ruggy? Oh, this one's a tough one. I really like Ruggy nowadays. I think the novel and the manga specifically just completely cleared up his character for me and his motivations. Book 7 as well put him in a much lighter light. He's very hopeful in his dream in book 7. So because of that, I have a lot more love for Ruggy than I used to. I still like Mal a lot too. But if this specific instance, how I'm feeling right now in this moment, it's gonna be Ruggy. Eliza, goodbye. Just goodbye. Oh, there she was. All right, Jack or Jamil? Jamil is very fun. Jamil just is not a person that I would want to interact with. And I think that Jamil would be fine with that. I appreciate the depths of his character, and I do appreciate that he has such a complicated relationship with Kaleem. And I think that that helps both of them become deeper characters. Jack is fun, but Jack is also kind of boring. Jack is a tsundere, and he, has his morals, and that's kind of it where he is concerned. I'm leaning more towards Jamil for some reason, so we'll go with Jamil. The Dawn Knight Arcader. I didn't realize the Dawn Knight was going to be in here, but I guess he's technically a parent, same as Queen Leah. But we're gonna go with Cater. We're also gonna go with Ace. The Dawn Knight just has no character. Oh, sorry, Najma. Jade. Oh, Najma or Kaleem? This is another hard one. Because Najma's just delightful in the Firelit Sands event. She's just great. She's a fantastic time. Kaleem, though, is always a fantastic time, although he is a little oblivious. I appreciate his comic relief bits, but they also frustrate me again because I know how they're tied to Jamil. So I think Najma is going to win out here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ortho. You're going up against a legend. Sorry, Trey. You can never win. Oh, okay. So Henrik is also here. That's something. Honest, pretty please. Mr. Shroud, pretty please. Villa Riddle. I appreciate both of them in very different ways. So I really like the way that Vil handles beauty, the way that Vil handles effort, the way that his character is not stereotypical celebrity. There's a lot in Vil that I appreciate and that I respect. The same can be said for Riddle. Riddle, I quite like a lot. I understand where he's coming from with his past experiences. I appreciate his willingness to help people, at least in the areas where Riddle feels is necessary and feels is constructive. He's not going to help you pass that one hard level in Pac-Man, but he is going to help you with your math textbooks. So there is something there. But between the two queens, I think Vil beats out Riddle just by a little bit, but he beats out Rolo for sure. Oh, Crowley, you're here as well. Well, unfortunately, Scully is way more delightful. I do enjoy Crowley's goofiness, but it cannot rival Scully's charm. But it can rival Silver, so we're going with Crowley this time. Oh, Grim, you had no chance. No, don't make me choose. Oh, Kafaji or Cruel. This is not fair. I thought having to pick between Jade and Floyd was going to be hard. I did not realize that this was also going to happen. Kafaji, icon. Absolute fantastic. Love him so much. Love Zazu a lot. Cruel, love Cruel a lot. Don't really care for Cruella. I don't know if I like Kafaji because of his character or because he is associated with Zazu. But I have liked Zazu for way longer. There's a strictness to him that I appreciate and that I like and that I think is very fun when tied to Leona in the way that we see them interacting in Cloud Calling. But Cruel is also there and is also kind of strict and is also very cute. So I think I have to go with Kafaji. So we're doing that. But Cruel over Bar for sure. For sure. Oh no. Oh, Gino or Dila. Cute baby who has done nothing wrong or fantastic mom. I'm leaning more towards Dila. I'm sorry, Gino. I'm sorry. Oh, but you get to get over Queen Leah for sure. Same thing with Marja. You win. Lilia or Rook. We're only at 29% completion, and I'm having such a hard time deciding things. Lilia or Rook. I'm sorry, Lilia. It's got to be Rook. Lilia or Cheka. Poor Cheka is getting into so many like terrible matchups. Miss Shroud or Cheka? Miss Shroud. Or Eric Venue. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. You're nice, but not as nice as Cheka. You're definitely better than Shenya. Floyd or Azul? Do I be honest? I guess the point of this is for me to be honest, isn't it? But so Azul is my favorite Leech Twin, right? That is my cop out for all considerations regarding Jaden Floyd. But if I'm being objective, I do like Floyd a little bit more than Azul because Floyd's just a little more fun. We're gonna have to go with Floyd. But Azul over Sebek for sure. Sebek versus Deuce. Unfortunately, Deuce has had best boy status for way longer than Sebek. I've warmed up to Sebek, but Deuce has had it from the beginning, so Deuce. Sebek or Edia? Edia is another character that I never really liked until book 7 because we don't get to interact with him too much until then in a genuine sense. We get to see his day-to-day life sort of stuff in Styx. We get to see how he and Ortho interact in book 6, but there's not like a strong tie to his character, I feel like, in that book, which may be a little controversial for me to say. Or I just never really noticed it because I honestly don't remember much of book 6 at all. But between Sebek and Edia from a book 7 perspective, I think I still have to go with Sebek. Only because Edia is really, really fun, but I have better connotations with Sebek and I'm more hopeful for where he is going in life. So we're gonna go with Sebek. Ooh, between Apple though and Edia, it's gonna be Edia. Terrain or Ruggy? Sorry, Ruggy. Ooh, Ruggy or Sam? Probably Ruggy. Also gonna be Mal. Sorry, Sam. You have it up on Nej though. You have it up. Everyone has it up on Eliza though. Cater or Jamil? It's gotta be Cater. Ace or Jamil? Now this one's a little spicier. I've come to appreciate Ace. I don't think I like him that much. I do think that I like Jamil over Ace, so we'll go with that. Same thing. I think I like Jack a little bit more than Ace. I definitely like Ace more than Vargas. You know what? I'm gonna say I like the Dawn Knight over Vargas. Oh no, you stood no chance. You stood absolutely no chance against Mother. Against Mother, no chance whatsoever. Against Ortho, absolutely. Ortho or Najma, the two younger siblings. I'm gonna go with Najma. Even though we don't get to see her for quite as long, I do feel like she has more depth than Ortho does. Ortho, to me, feels a little one note. He feels a little too much like the little brother stereotype. He's delightful, but there's not as much going on with him. I don't really know how to express it, but Najma. Ortho and Kaleem. Vil or Ernesto? From a character standpoint, I like Vil more. I think I have to go with Vil. I think I do. Ernesto or Riddle? The rule breaker or the rule follower? Which one do I like more? Unfortunately for Riddle, I do think that I have to go with Ernesto. Oh, but he beats out Mr. Shroud. Ooh, okay, so Rolo or Mr. Shroud? Who do I like more? I think based on virtue of just, again, having more context, I'm gonna have to go with Rolo. I think that Rolo is quite well written for what he is. I think that the whole of Glorious Masquerade was done very well, given the source material and given what they were working with and how they presented the same sort of themes without as many of the same issues. And I do appreciate Rolo's placement in that. However, now, more than I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to go with Mr. Shroud. He just seems more wholesome than Rolo, so I think I'm gonna have to go with him. No one is getting, Henrik is not getting a single vote. Oh, okay, so we have Mother, or we have Scully. I can feel the angry typing, but I'm gonna have to go with Scully. Oh, between her and Crowley, absolutely her. Between Grim and Crowley, Grim has a leg up on Crowley. I do like him a little bit more than Leona. I like Leona way more than Silver. Oh, not another mom against Kafaji. I think that I do have to go with Dila though. She is way more fun. She's much more wholesome. And I do like her generically a little bit more than Kafaji. A little bit more than Neji. I'm gonna have to go with her. Gino. I don't know what to do here. This is much, much harder. You know, I have to Kafaji. Yeah, I'm just going for it. Over Corel for sure. Corel over Marja. Marja over Bar. I guess Bar over Queen Leah. And then we have Floyd and Rook. Our two lounge buddies. Our two competing for the highest sales of the night. I like Rook's charisma. Rook has become a much more recent character for me to like, and he has grown on me like a virus. I don't really know how it happened. I don't know when it happened, how it happened, but he is here now and he is never leaving. Floyd, I have liked since the beginning, kind of. I didn't really know anything about him until book 3. And then once I started playing book 3, all of Octavanel just got me in a chokehold immediately. Because I knew that I was gonna like Azul based off his character design, but Floyd and Jade I wasn't entirely sure about because I didn't know how the twin aspect was going to go. But the two of them have just been up there consistently. All of Octavanel has been. So I think it would be a disservice to my bias to not pick Floyd or Azul. Between Deuce and Rook though. I think I like Rook a little bit more than Deuce these days. Rook has just become a virus that has consumed me, so we're gonna go with him. Lilia has not become a virus, but Lilia also is more top of mind to me these days than Deuce is. But I think I still have to go Deuce over Lilia, unfortunately. Lilia over Sebek 100% though. Mrs. Shroud over Sebek as well. Sebek over Cheka. EDR or Cheka? EDR or Cheka? I feel like this already happened. It probably hasn't though. I don't know. Let's go with Cheka. Let's go with Cheka. Eric or Edia? Eric. Edia or Chenya? Edia. Apple or Chenya? Apple. Sorry, Cater Train. Sorry, Ruggy Cater. Man, book 7 really did Cater justice. I never thought about him before book 7, but after seeing his dream and having his conversation with Ace, like the depth of his character became way clearer to me, and he's just been up there ever since. Jamil or Ruggy, though? I'm gonna have to go with Ruggy. Jamil or Mal? I have to go with Mal. Jamil or Sam? Jamil. Sam or Jack? Jack. Sam or Ace? Unfortunately, Ace. Sam over the Dawn Knight. Nej over the Dawn Knight. No one above Eliza. Except maybe... I really don't like Vargas, guys. But Eliza's worse. I think I have to go Vargas. Georgina, 100%. Jade as well. Bill over Najma. Ernesto over Najma as well. Riddle as well. Najma over Mr. Shroud. Kaleem as well. Papa or son. Ortho or Mr. Shroud. I think I have to go with his dad. Sorry, Ortho. Ooh, Ortho or Rolo? Ortho. Rolo over Trey. I gotta pick Trey, but I'm not happy about it. No, there's no one. Henrik and Eliza are at the bottom of the tier always. They are in the trash bin. They are out to sea. I don't want to see them again. I don't like Trey. I have to do not use this as justification to be like, Silver, Trey. No, I don't like him. I don't like him. But I have to pick him. Scully or Dila. Ooh, this one's tough. This one's tough. I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. Mama or Mama? I think Dila, unfortunately, for Melanor. Kafaji or Melanor? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like her that much. All right, you're over Marja though. Grim or Marja? Grim or Marja? I think Grim. Granny's very cute and wholesome. Granny over Crowley though. Bar or Crowley? Bar is kind of cool. I like War Bar a little bit more because I think War Bar has more hope for the future of all the races. I think post-war Bar, like post-Melanor's death Bar, is what turns Sebek into Sebek. But I think when we meet him in the war, he's not quite as bad as he could be given the circumstances. Crowley's just goofy. Crowley's just a little dork who's probably hiding some deep secrets, but he's just kind of a dork who can lockpick very well, which is extremely concerning. But he is kind of funny. So I'm gonna go with the haha funny man. I'm gonna go with Leona as well. I think I'm gonna go with Silver. I think I'm gonna have to go with Floyd over Train. Same thing with Azul. Same thing with Rook. Same thing with Deuce. Same thing with Lilia, although it hurts my heart. My OTP, I have to separate you. Mrs. Shroud as well. Not Sebek. Not Sebek. Between Cater and Sebek, Cater, for sure. Between Ruggy and Sebek, I don't know. But my heart is telling me Sebek. Ruggy or Cheka. Sorry, Ruggy. Ruggy or Eric. Yeah, you're getting dealt a bad hand. Oh, there you go. Against Edea. Perfect. Amala versus Edea. Jamil versus Edea. Maybe Jamil. I do think Edie is a little bit better than Jack, I will say. Jack and Apple. Probably Apple. Jack and Chenya, definitely Jack. Ace and Chenya, Ace. Sam and Chenya, Chenya, actually. We don't really know anything about Sam. I don't think I know a single detail. He plays the piano, he does stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna go Chenya. Oh, sorry, Scully. You cannot compete with Mother. Jade or Scully. Scully is the more wholesome version of a Jade, I think. Scully is very polite, he's very kind, and he's kind of genuine in that, but he's only genuine in that because he's trying to mimic Jack Skellington. So I don't really know how much of Scully is Scully. I do know exactly what Jade is doing. He's a gentleman for sake of psychological torture. He is a gentleman for sake of being able to throw you off your groove. And that is very delightful, but also very terrifying. But I do think that it's a little bit more real than Scully. So we're going with that. Scully versus Vil. Vil versus Dila. Vil. Dila versus Honest. Morally, it would be a Dila choice. Morally. My heart's a little immoral though. All right, so Riddle and Dila. Dila, Kifaji, of course, Gino as well, Cruel as well. All right, Melano or Najma? I think Najma. I'm so sorry, Mama. I can't though. I can't lie. Same with Kaleem. Definitely over Mr. Shroud. Definitely Grim. Mr. Shroud over Marja. Marja over Ortho. Crowley over Ortho. Leona. Silver. Bar. Not Queen Leo though. Ooh, I have to go with Rolo because I actually know what's happening with him. Not about that. Not. Oh, yet again. How did you think you were going to deal against Mother? We think you were going to win. And here's the dreaded question. Here's the question that I was hoping wouldn't happen, but I think I understand how the sorter's working now, and of course it was gonna pop up at some point. So we have Jade, right? And we have Floyd, right? And they are related, but they're very different. Jade is a little bit more calm. He's a little bit more gentlemanly. He's a little bit more suave in the traditional sense. He's also 10 times more terrifying. Azul was not lying in Bean's Day at all. Floyd, it feels more terrifying on the surface because he's a lot more physical. He's a lot more in your face, but he is also very fun. He can be really fun or really bad. It really depends on his mood. But he is a mixed bag, and he is very exciting in that way. But he's also, I think, much easier to deal with because you will know what is happening with Floyd. As far as I am concerned, I don't think I know which one in my heart of hearts is actually the one. But I do have to pick one here. And I think if I have to pick, I'm gonna go for... All right, so Azul or Dila? I think Azul. Rook or Dila? Rook as well. Oh, Mother or Son? I think on principle I have to pick Mother. And same thing with Kafaji. Gino or Deuce? Gino or Deuce? Probably Gino. Cruel as well. Deuce or Riddle? This is something. I think Deuce. Lily or Riddle? Lilia. Mrs. Shroud or Riddle? I think I have to go with Mrs. Shroud. I'm so sorry, Riddle. Trainer, Riddle. Najma or Train Najma, Kaleem or Train. Cater or Kaleem, Cater. Sebek or Kaleem, Sebek. Kaleem or Cheka, I think I gotta go with Cheka. Eric, sorry, Kaleem. Kaleem or Ruggy, Malleus. Kaleem or Jamil. Ooh, this one's exciting. I think I'd much rather have Kaleem than Jamil. Jamil or Malinor, I think Malinor. Jamil or Grim. Jamil or Mr. Shout, Jamil. Edia or his father, I think Edia. Apple or Edia's father, Apple as well, Jack as well, Ace as well. Wow, the ending here is much simpler. I guess because we've narrowed down the likes and the dislikes. Mr. Shout over Sam though, Sam over Marja. Marja over Nej, Crowley over Nej, Leona over Nej. Why is Nej here so many times? Silver. Bar. Ortho? Nah, Nej. Ortho over Dawn Knight for sure. Rolo as well. Mother or father? I think I have to go with mother. Not Trey. Yet again, I have to specify that I really, in my heart of hearts, hope that y'all are not trying to cook up more jokes about me and Trey. This is not because I want to. I do not want to pick him, but objectively, Eliza is worse. But she's not worse than Henrik, so there we go. All right, here is our spread of folks. How exciting. Well, we definitely have our number one leech. Clearly, Georgina is my favorite of the leech twins. Clearly it is Georgina. Clearly. And according to this, Scully is in my top 3, which I did not realize. And as far as this is concerned, is my favorite leech twin. So that's very exciting. The last people we have are Henrik, of course, Eliza, of course, Trey, of course, Vargas, of course, and then pretty much everyone that does not have too much of a character or is not someone that I am particularly fond of. But very interesting results. I mean, I think the number one spot just speaks for itself. I've been making that joke about Azul, but clearly and truly it has to be Georgina. There's no one else that can claim that spot whatsoever. However, I am curious if you guys have taken a gander at this or have tried it yourselves. Who are in your top 10, your top 5? Who do you think is in the number 2 slot of the Leech Twins? Let me know down below with a comment. And if you like content like this and want to see more like it, please let me know with a like or a subscribe as well if comments aren't your thing. And before you go, I just have to remind you that you're amazing and I hope you have a wonderful day.